With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think the final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
This is Reese on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. They'll set up to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Strong start by this defense. Third and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A solid chunk there, 15 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Riley. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Riley. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. And it's caught. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll drop to throw. Out to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pioneers offense and Keon Coleman set to take over once again. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Bryce Baringer now. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 2. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Westbrook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The open man is Westbrook. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Riley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 2nd and 4. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. In motion, Hill. He'll look to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup there. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. They run with Jackson out of the gun, shedding through the defense, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The Pioneers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On target over the middle to Hill. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Rose. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carter. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Riley. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started out in Denver. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Puka Nacua, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that one all even as they play the visiting Texans. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. It's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Westbrook. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Right back to him on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's French. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Riley. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Carter. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's able to get it to Coleman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 5. Over the middle, complete. It's Morrison. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Pioneers get a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So that drive goes 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Westbrook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. It's Hill, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in 1st downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on first down. Westbrook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Riley. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. That is caught and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 12. And the Honolulu first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down.
Pickup brings up second and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 3. First down, Pioneers.
They'll look to throw here. Right side caught by Jackson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second and 15. Over the middle, complete. It's Rose. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morrison. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Now a give. It's Jackson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. This is Hood on the ground into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Here we go. Bronco switch. Alert.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a 1. Home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Chicago, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Honolulu, they're